from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Jackson now to return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. They are led out by an 8-time Pro Bowler in his 16th season out of Cal. It's Aaron Rodgers.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Gain of 12.
The numbers in last week's game for Hooper: 7 catches, 58 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
And a first down, Chiefs.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Rodgers pass.
Davante Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. On paper coming in, you'd say that these guys are the better team by far, and they sort of showed their superiority there on the opening drive.
Yeah, they came in the heavy favorite in this game, and even though they're on the road, they just wiped it away, didn't they? They just said to everyone, we're the better team. We just showed it to you on this opening drive, and we expect to do it all game long.
And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Leading him out will be DeShone Kizer, the former second-round pick in the 2017 NFL Draft at quarterback.
He's only 12-11 in his career at Notre Dame as a starter, and that scares some scouts, but others still see the intriguing mix that is DeShone Kizer, a guy who can throw the ball, make any throw you're looking for, and, of course, escape pressure with his legs as well.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 68 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space because the defense will key on them.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 31. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Kaiser. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller.
Kaiser's pass.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try it now with Mostert, and nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And hitting Juju on the slant.
Rodgers pass.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Buccaneers have it.
Right for the ball carrier.
He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. A gain of 2. Brings up second and
throwing on 2nd and 8. Kaiser. And he rifles one incomplete.
Kaiser's
was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
From the gun, Kaiser. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A gain of 7 yards. It's now 4th down and 1.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Kaiser now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football. And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it costs them 2 points.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is fielded at the 27. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
That one is slant to McLaurin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
Kaiser's pass.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll throw again. Kaiser. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle, the Pro Bowl tight end. But now it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Again, it's Kaiser. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
Kaiser's pass.
Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
Rodgers pass.
Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
It's 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
And again, it's Rodgers. And it's complete. Henry.
Rodgers pass.
And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Gore now, running out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
That one goes for 24 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On 1st and goal, Gore. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Gore. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Buccaneers 2.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll run the draw with Mostert. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
By the Chiefs.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
It's now
shotgun now for Rodgers. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so, because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
Good.
Work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The return man here, T.J. Jones. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Kaiser, incomplete.
Kaiser's pass.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
A 24-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good.
His kick is good.
And that will make this now an 18-point ball game.
20. Buccaneers 2.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. And our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. First down, Kaiser. It's brought in here by Willie Snead.
Kaiser's pass.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Running the counter with Mostert.
And the Buccaneers.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Will Fuller was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Covered by Richard Sherman.
To throw again, Kaiser. He's got Jack Doyle.
Kaiser's pass.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Kaiser now from the 50. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
At the 40-yard line.
Here's Mostert. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. First and 10 at the 30.
Operating from the gun. Kaiser. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
5-yard line.
From the gun. Kaiser. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Will Fuller. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. There's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Chiefs take over first and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
For the ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 20.
Operating from the gun. Rodgers. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a 1st down as well. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to the ground game here. Gore. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, A lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Here's Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. That's complete, right around the 8. That catch good for only a couple. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now Jones. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the gun, Kaiser. This goes underneath to Doyle. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, and it's 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
Operating from the gun, Kaiser. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Kaiser's pass.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
49-yard line.
Kaiser on first down. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Mostert, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. There's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Jackson now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Handed inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
4-yard pickup on the
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Bucs ready to take over once again. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
3 at the 35-yard line.
They'll throw here. Kaiser. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. And now here comes Kansas City. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. Rodgers going to try and run. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Ball carrier. Touchdown.
Frank Gore. with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And the lead is up to 18 now. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Right there, 54.
Here's Kaiser. On the comebacker, complete. It's Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Kaiser. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 1st downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Here's 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
To the air again, Kaiser. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tyler Eifert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, it's Gore. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Another carry now for Gore. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So now the Bucs down by 11, 1:46 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. A first down throw for Kaiser. To the left side here for Eifert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down.
They'll throw again. Kaiser. And he's got Snead. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by DeMonte Casey.
Intercepted by the Chiefs. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
Keep coming, baby. Keep coming. Keep on coming.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And even playing on the road, the class of this ball club just too much to overcome.
Yeah, deep down, I think even the fans knew how this one was going to turn out. All right, they just came to support their team, hoped they'd see some good football, and they did. But they didn't really expect their team to win. In fact, they probably came in and said, let's win the tailgate, because that's where we have the advantage, and I bet they did that.
So for the Chiefs, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they dropped their 7th game on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.